Oh good, I do remember to set it to track my cursor again. I don't know what this button does. Huh. No idea what I just clicked on there. Alright, so last one I did was volume 4, so ow fuck. I whacked my hand. Alright, volume 5. Oh, you're awfully playful right now. Hello. Okay. Walking. You sure are doing a lot of it recently. Back on Earth, you never got near this amount of exercise. Considering our little pencil legs, I can believe that. You're gonna be so in shape when this is over. Provided you still have all your limbs attached and your bones uncrushed. You could probably come up with safer ways of travel, a taxi or some sort of bus system, but you don't have any money and you can't read signs. If you can't skip leg day on Alternia, yeah, no. I mean, probably could, but not smart enough to. I really wonder how MC survived on Earth. You also are routinely covered in blood and bruises. So, walking it is. Tired as you are, your feet still carry you toward friendship. Huh. Was not expecting a bunch of question marks there. I will save the. I usually just start with the first one on this side and then move over, but I kind of want to save our mystery one for second. So I'm gonna start with zebra. I hope I don't need that later. I tossed my phone somewhere behind me, and I'm not entirely sure where it landed, so I'll be searching for that at some point. Your stroll takes you to a nice part of town that seems to have larger, more McMansion-style hives. Based on your past experience on Alternia, you're not quite certain that upper class enclaves equal safety for you, but you might as well explore. You never know where you'll find your next friend. The power of positive thinking must be on your side, because someone emerges out of the shadows of these sprawling suburbs. Why do I feel like I'm about to be conned out of money I don't have? Oh, hello there. I don't know why, but I think the heart things have thrown me off more than any other, like, unique dialogue thing in this game. He's a host, isn't he? I don't believe we've met. I'm sure I would have remembered someone with such unique looks. You don't know where you are, do you? By this point in your time on Alternia, you don't know if it's wise to admit that you're lost and naive to the ways of the world, but you don't know what you could say to try and convince this guy that you've got any kind of street smarts. Ooh. Hollow Suit does seem like it would be a title that would fit him. And it is very nice to listen to. If I had custom BGM for myself, I would want it to sound kind of like this. It just sounds fun. You nod your head reluctantly, but he actually looks more interested in you after the confirmation that you're new to the neighborhood. Oh, that is never a good idea. Frostbite and Doom? Ooh, interesting. Have you perhaps found someone who likes you for your vulnerability and naivete? That would sure be fantastic. Look, no, you fools. That's how you get manipulated. It's a good thing that I found you. Not everyone is as respectful of lowbloods as I am. Oh, but I shouldn't make it assumptions just because you're not much to look at. Oh, MC just called ugly. Yeah, it's not a good thing on Earth. Why would it be a good thing on Alternia? MC's got some interesting concepts of existing. Oh, shit. Yep. I really gotta set a reminder about Discord. I'm not convinced MC had a social life on Earth. I am not convinced that MC has ever interacted with another being before landing on this planet. I really think their only interactions with others were through being bullied on MMO RPG chat or some dark themed visual novels or something. Still can't still can't believe we just immediately got called ugly. I don't mean to. Does his unique speech thing just cycle through the different suits, or does each one kind of work as a tone indicator? I don't mean to be forward, but you're just so interesting. You mind if I ask what color your blood is? You hesitate. While you're still terrifyingly ignorant of the intricacies of Alternian society, you're starting to feel terrifyingly informed about the role that blood color plays in this world. Oh. Do they represent the different quadrants he's trying to get in? Well. So that... Just trying everything, I see. Just seeing what sticks. And you've managed to gather by now that plain old human red isn't considered one of the better colors to have. What do you do? Oh, hold on. I save is what I do. Yes. I feel like at some point we're going to bleed. Which... In theory would mean that lying would be the bad option, because then he's gonna be like, why the fuck were you lying? And he already thinks we're low blood. But we've seen how low bloods are treated. gonna tell the truth. Red, huh? Wow, that's so unique. I've always liked the color red. I don't think I've ever felt... Oh, you're a man, huh? I don't think I've ever filled a quadrant with a red blood before. I mean, I don't think I've ever made friends with a red blood before. The more I play this game, the more I think that I should, play some romance visual novels on here, just to see how I would react in comparison. Because I'm apparently very easy to flirt with when it's fictional. You don't know what a quadrant is, or what it means to fill one. Given your experience on this planet so far, you're nervous that it could mean something violent. Well, but you don't want to further expose your ignorance, so you just say you're as excited for this friendship as he is. You come on strong. Nice. You need a place to stay for the day, right? I can help you out with that. I've got plenty of spare rooms for guests in my hive. You know, because I believe it's important to help out with the undeserved members of the community when you can. My hive's this way, shall we? You follow him down the street. You guess it must qualify as a nice night because you see lots of other trolls walking around here too. Well, is it a nice night, or is it just that they're not going to get murdered as soon as they step out of their house? It is. I like it. Most of them are dressed as nice as zebra, and you see a few shabbier looking trolls that must be low bloods walking with high bloods. Oh. The scroll wheel. Huh. I just learned that the scroll wheel lets you, you know. Today is actually Flushed Affirmation Day, so you'll see a lot of trolls walking with their mate spritz out to celebrate. Did I say that right? Here we go. Lucky for you, my flushed quadrant is currently empty, so I'm all yours tonight. That sounds a little weird. He doesn't need to be all yours, you assure him. You're an easygoing individual who's happy to share their friends with plenty of other friends. Oh, honey, you are dense. Even I'm not that dense. Sure. Sharing can be a good time if you're into that. I could be, speaking personally. Like maybe with two low bloods? Not in an objectifying way. Everyone involved has got to respect each other, you know? Wow, what? You have no idea how your innocent comment about friendship got taken to this particular place. Because you were the only one making the friendship comments, MC. This is not the first time MC has been rizzed up and like been completely oblivious to it. So naive. You decide maybe the best thing to say here is nothing, because who knows how he might interpret you next. Huh. Looks like there are a lot of high blood, low blood couples out tonight for the holiday. Pretty unusual to see in this neighborhood, to be honest. It's sad, but most of these low bloods are probably with their mate spritz. because it's socially advantageous. Pretty shitty of the high bloods to take advantage of that, but not everyone is as socially conscious as I am. I think it's super terrible when high bloods don't treat their low blood mate sprits like the queens that they are. You look around at all the other couples. The class divide is pretty noticeable, and some of the high blood trolls have scornful looks on their faces when talking to their low blood dates. One troll dresses cerulean and is making her shabbily dressed mate sprit kneel down so he can give her a ride on his shoulders. It could maybe be a cute coupley thing, you guess, except she's sure laughing a lot and has the heel of her boot pressing into the back of his neck. Oh. I almost said I wish that was me. Yeah, don't kink shame me, see. I'm sure you'll encounter much stranger stuff that's not a kink to worry about. Like, someone breaking your arms again. You don't want to speculate about what people might be into, but it does seem kind of humiliating. Is he okay? He looks like he just turned inside out. Zipper sees where you're looking and shudders theatrically. In the process of waving his arms around in disgust, he slips an arm over your shoulders. Oh, he is smooth. I'm so sorry. You shouldn't have to see something like that. You're trying to think of a tactful and friendly way to move away from his arm around your shoulders when you arrive at what must be his hive. I always feel like one of the bad ends for this has to be him realizing that MC is just so fucking dense that none of his meaning is getting through. It's the biggest and most McMansiony hive on the block, and when he stops in front of it, he lets go of you to gesture proudly at his sprawling home. Welcome to my humble abode. I just feel grateful, to be able to share my wealth with those less fortunate. Oh my god, he's got a zebra Lucis. I feel like I should have seen that coming. I'm not gonna lie. When you walk inside the front door, you're greeted by a very distinguished looking white zebra. It has all the normal zebra markings all over its body, except for around its neck, where dark gray zags have formed a shape that looks like a bow tie, almost like it's wearing a suit. You don't know how its zebra face is managing to radiate pure disdain when it looks at you, but that is unquestionably the energy you're getting. Don't mind my Lucis. He's kind of socially old-fashioned. Is he socially old-fashioned, or do you constantly bring people in so he never knows who to like? But he lets me keep low bloods around the hive to help out and stuff, so he's not all bad. Here, let me give you the grand tour. Why do I feel like the grand tour involves the bedroom? As Zipper takes you through the spacious hive, you can see other trolls in several of the rooms. Most of them aren't wearing clothes as nice as Zebra's. You're guessing these are the low bloods he just mentioned? Okay, so when I glanced at that, my brain did not grab the as nice as Zebra's. So I thought it was just going to end with aren't wearing clothes, and I was like, where the fuck is this route going? They seem to all be doing chores. Sweeping, cooking, exchanging green slime and troll-sized bathtubs for other, possibly fresher green slime. Each of them glances up at you, and Zebra, when you... Oh, wow, oof. I think my brain shorted out. Each of them glances up at you and Zebra when you pass by, then looks differentially away. The zebra Lucis is following you, and every time you exit a room, it pauses in the doorway to whinny out what could be orders, or possibly he's just berating them. Oh, that actually reminds me. A question that I did have was, oh, I can feel another hiccup. Do the trolls understand the Luci of other trolls, or is it just the troll whose Lucis it is that understands them? I would assume, uh, considering what we just read, that it would be that all trolls can understand them. But I don't know. Maybe he just screams at them and they don't understand, for all we know. Well, for all I know. You arrive at an empty ballroom-looking space upstairs where several low-blood trolls are hard at work cleaning up the remains of what must have been quite a party. Zebra seems to notice you noticing how all the trolls in here are scrubbing the floor and how they're all avoiding your eyes. See? I told you I'd take in plenty of guests. Don't know, but based on the comic, it seems like trolls can only understand their own Lucis. Interesting. Although, this does seem to be the first Lucis that I've noticed, like, actually trying to interact with or talk to other trolls, so maybe this one's just extra pompous. See? I told you I'd taken plenty of guests. I believe it's important to promote diversity, you know? So that's why you don't see other indigo bloods here. Looks like all the guests are busy today. Well, an important part of communal living involves contributing your labor, wow, fuck, words. Your labor when it's necessary, right guys? A few lowbloods mutter an affirmation, while others just put their sponges and mops down to prostrate their whole bodies on the floor. The zebra looks a little uncomfortable with the bowing, but not that uncomfortable. He, He seems like the kind of person that, like, if you catch him on the right day and you don't actually go home, or you only meet him at a party, he seems like a good guy, a great guy. But if you, like, actually see him in this scenario, he's questionable at best. He doesn't introduce you to any of them. They don't all realize. Let's try that again. They don't all realize yet that my hive is a sanctuary from the harsh injustices of the outside world. Anyway, enough about my low blood guests. Let's take care of you, shall we? Perhaps his Lucis has had enough of tolerating your presence because it takes the opportunity to stop following you. Go huff at more of Zebra's guests. Now, for better or worse, you're alone, and Zebra has turned all of his attention on you. His smile seems very friendly. You want to see it as friendly. The night is still young, and I'm happy to do whatever you want to do. If you feel like going out on the town to celebrate Flushed Affirmation Day, I have lots of other friends I could introduce you to. Help you meet the right kind of culture, you know? Or if you're tired, I can show you to the guest room now, and we can have a nice night in. I'm not gonna lie, I'm trying to figure out which one is going to be the most interesting one. Because I feel like there would be more drama in going out. But I think I'm gonna take this one first. You think that going out with Zebra on Flushed Affirmation Day might potentially give him the wrong idea, and besides, you're pretty tired, so you don't feel like going out. Ah. You tell him you're ready to retire to your guest room now. Sure. Oh, bruh. By the way, have you heard? How the fuck do I say this? Have you heard of? Uh, I'm assuming the first part is Chixi. I'm. I don't even know if I can like take a guess at the second one. Deutschmeer? We'll go with that. I'm not gonna repeat the whole sentence because I don't think I can say either of those again without stumbling. You probably haven't. You don't seem like you're a very serious music fan. But you've got a great opportunity tonight to learn from me. One of her low blood musician friends is playing a show for the holiday, and I can get us in because I'm super connected in the scene. We should go just in case she's there. You could have sworn you told him you wanted to stay in tonight, but okay. You can gather the remains of your energy and go out to this concert with him. That's what a good friend would do. So I see we're just going out either way. He tries to take you. Oh wow. He takes you across town to the concert, only trying to hold your hand or put his arm around you a couple of times on the way, so it could be worse. Maybe hand holding is totally platonic on Alternia? You hope so. Great guy is so considerate of MC's opinions. Yeah. So. I am steadily getting more and more conflicted on how to feel about him, I'm not gonna lie. The concert itself is one troll with a guitar and a harmonica who, according to Zebra, is a low blood whose songs are spreading truly radical messages, almost as radical as Chixie's. We're still just going with Chixie. You enjoy the tunes as much as you can, but you don't understand what the lyrics are trying to say. You're asking Zebra what the lyrics mean, since the message is apparently important to him, but he gets annoyed with your question. Wait, how can we communicate with him, but we can't understand the lyrics? Puppy. Okay. I'm pronouncing it well? Okay. Is there a pronunciation guide to this, like, anywhere that I can pull up? So maybe I don't have to, like, guess every time? What the lyrics are about? Well, they're about a lot of things. Social justice and oppression and stuff. It's hard to explain to someone who doesn't already get it. Like, if you're not on my level already, I don't know what I can really say, you know? But enough about the music. I want to talk about you. What sort of things are you into? You haven't had many opportunities on Alternia to talk about your interests. How exciting. You say that you like playing games, but he's already interrupting you. Of course he is. Cool. Sounds great. Real interesting stuff. But what's your quadrant situation like? Probably more like it has a lot of references to Alternian culture and stuff, so it's kind of hard for MC to get. Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. No guide. We're just going with what feels right. Okay. That feels appropriate for this somehow. Slightly chaotic. He is trying so hard to get in MC's pants. And not only am I not sure MC is wearing pants, I'm not sure MC has any kind of radar for this thing. Either that or the pants are padlocked. One of the two. You probably could pretend that you know what he's talking about now that he's asked you about quadrants directly. You admit you have no idea what he means by the quadrant situation. Whoa. You're even more clueless than I thought. Don't worry, I still find you attractive. Why does that feel like negging? Why does that feel like he's trying to insult us to flirt with us? He goes into a brief, but not really brief, explanation of the 4 types of romance on Alternia. Words. Mate friendship, the flesh quadrant, which to you sounds all the most analogous to human romantic fuck partnerships. Man, that sentence fucked me up so bad. Moira allegiance, the pale quadrant, which sounds like an exceptionally codependent friendship by human standards. Auspicism, the Ashen quadrant, which you don't understand at all. I've read these words before, and that does not make it any easier to pronounce them. Kismicitude? The black quadrant, which just sounds like repeatedly hooking up with someone you hate. Yeah, it's hate fucking. Your fuzzy's on. Fuck. I can't read today. Yeah. Apparently, Zebra has me flustered enough to not be able to talk, and I'm not sure how that's happened. Because, like, I've already experienced my dream one here. You're fuzzy on the details of all 4 of these, but you understand enough to get that he's asking if you're single. You tell him that you, really just want to be friends. Of course, I super respect your choices. I don't think you do. What the? Wow. That was a whole spiel there. If you ever change your mind, I'm right here. And being in a quadrant with an influential, yet sensitive and socially aware indigo blood like myself could make it a lot easier for you to survive and thrive on Alternia. Wasn't he criticizing that kind of high blood, low blood, socially advantageous relationship just a few hours ago? It wouldn't be very friendly of you to point out his hypocrisy, so you don't mention it. I'm not gonna lie, he feels like a rather like the rich performative people who are very much doing the things that they are criticizing. After another song, another troll at the club sidles up to Zebra and whispers something in his ear, then skulks off again. Zebra looks alarmed. Glancing around him and edging towards the club exit. Is he just going to abandon me here? Yeah, also White Knight vibes. Is he just gonna straight up abandon me here? I just got a tip there's about to be a culling at this concert. We should get out of here. Well, at least he didn't abandon me there. You definitely agree with him about wanting to get out of here. Honey, if you don't watch out, he's gonna take that the wrong way. You look around at the rest of the audience, still enjoying the show. You and Zebra are the only ones getting ready to leave. Is he going to warn any of the other trolls here of the danger? Oh, no, definitely not. If I were to warn any of these low bloods that a culling is coming, that could mean risking my life too. Not that I've ever tried, but everyone knows that. The high bloods here will probably be fine though. We've got each other's backs, and it's important to look after your comrades in the struggle. Sure enough, you can see that the trolls, fuck. Words. Yeah, he certainly sounds like. Sure enough, you can see that the other trolls here, who, much like Zebra, stand out because they're wearing nice clothes, are casually but not urgently leaving the concert venue. The Lowbloods are all still clapping and singing along with the singer on stage. No one has given them a tip-off. Do we have the option to just scream in this thing to get the fuck out? Come on, we've got to scram. The two of you abscond, getting away from the music club as fast as your legs can carry you. By the time Zebra decides it's safe to slow down, you're tired and out of breath. Looking around, it seems like you've arrived back in the high blood part of town. You wonder if drones have descended on all those trolls at the club by now, and you just can't hear it because this neighborhood is too far away, closed off and sheltered from violence. That was a close one. Going to low blood cultural events like that can be dangerous, but it's one of the risks that you have to take if you want to be an activist. I can't tell you how many times I've risked the culling to fight for low blood rights. Civil disobedience is the only way to fight the authoritarian state. Jesus, fuck, that was a word. He turns to you and takes one of your hands in both of his, looking deep into your eyes. I just think it's so cool how you supported me back there when we risked our lives for the cause. That's probably the best way you can contribute as an activist and an ally, you know? By supporting me. Speaking of activism, we were talking about quadrants earlier. Let's get back to that. Ooh, he's trying so hard now. This guy does not want to take no for an answer. Once again, reiterate that friendship is what you're looking for here. He nods enthusiastically and squeezes your hand tighter. Fuck yeah, I love friendship. Oh, okay. He is like determined to get in MC's pants one way or another. Whether it's as a friend or an enemy or a lover, somehow. I've always believed that a strong friendship is the best foundation for any successful romantic relationship. He's desperate for romance like MC is desperate for friendship. Yes. But is he desperate because he keeps failing and that's why he has so many low bloods living at his house? Or is he desperate because we're putting up more of a struggle than he's used to? And many trolls start by being friends first and enter into a quadrant later. Even if you try to be friends but fight too much, that can still prepare you for what is this word? Hold on. I gotta make this thing speak at me. Colliginous. Okay. Even if you try to be friends, but then fight too much, that can still prepare you for a colliginous squadron. I didn't even look up what the word means. I just need to know how to pronounce it. What does that even mean? Misty, dim, obscure, or dark. Okay. Either way, the thought of being your friend makes my my blood pressure beat a little faster. Yeah, okay. The hate quadrant. I'm gonna go with that. That's a lot easier to say than any of the words he has used. Sure, you say, if what you're doing is extolling the benefits of friendship, then boy, do you have some things to add to his list. For instance, friendship can give you a sense of platonic companionship with your fellow man. And friends can also come in handy when you need someone to help you move, or take you to the airport, or other non-romantic activities. You think friendship is great? It's a great thing to pursue for its own merits. Friendship is so great that once you have it, why would you want anything more? MC is so ace. Hell yeah. You're so right. Oh, wow. Hell yeah, totally. You're so right that friendship is a great first step. Yeah, MC is actively holding up a sign that just says only friendship, no romance, please. And he's just going, I can't read that. Yeah. Did you enjoy the concert tonight? Did it persuade you to be an ally for low blood rights? You think that going by your blood color and how often you have almost gotten killed by those more powerful on this planet, you're more like a member of the oppressed underclass than you are an ally. But you decide not to split hairs and just tell him that yes, you'll be an ally to yourself. That's fantastic. I'm so happy to hear that. If you're an ally to Lowbloods, then I'll allow you to be my mate sprint. Wow, you really don't take no for an answer, dude. Friend. You corrected him. You can be his friend. Right, sure, yep. I meant to say friend. He lets go of your hand finally, which at least counts for a partial victory, and winks. The little heart in the pupil is beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, I was full on assuming that I would get the bad end since, he just totally ignored the whole, like, oh hey, let's just stay in tonight. Yeah. Yeah, don't mind the fire. Just politely ignore the culling that's happening that we escaped without telling anybody else. Alright. Let's start with this one. We gonna lie. Because I told the truth the first time, right? Yeah, we told the truth the first time. Oh, really? Oh, so he's just got a kink for low bloods, huh? It's not that I don't want to be friends with other high bloods, but I'm a busy troll, you understand. So I only befriend folks that might, want to fill want to fill a quadrant with someday. Besides, high bloods just don't need as much help in our unjust society. Stay awakened. I mean, them being easier to manipulate can also be an entirely, separate kink from that. He pumps his fist in the air, and you immediately copy him, but the gesture doesn't seem to be enough to change his mind about you not being oppressed enough for his taste. So, I just don't think it's going to work out between us. Oh, he's got long hair. I did not notice that. Alright. Meal for fail number 2. Let's go out. Does it fail because he doesn't get to manipulate you into going out instead of staying in? You're not crazy about the idea of being alone with this guy for the rest of the night? Plus, if he's as popular as he says he is, that means more potential friends for you to meet. You tell him that you're interested in going out. Cool. That sounds like a great time. I'll just go get ready. Actually, I think it. Oh. So that's how it is, motherfucker. Actually, I think I'm more in the mood for a nice, quiet night in. Maybe television streaming service and lower the temperature, if that's cool with you. The bad thing, okay. So, back when I was, more inclined to go out and, meet other people, he still would have gotten me. even, even knowing how he is, he still would have gotten me back then. Netflix and chill, but no worry about copyright. Yeah. Oh boy. If this has the same connotations it does on Earth, it's not cool with you. You stumble through expressing some misgivings, but he talks over you. Great. Sounds like we both feel like staying in tonight. No, that is not at all what we said. I'm not gonna lie, I'm psyched to stay in and have you all to myself. I just want you to feel comfortable whatever we choose to do. No, you don't. Don't lie to me. You're not sure why he asked you what you wanted to do since your preferences don't seem to matter much. My Luces and my guests have probably prepared a delicious meal for you by now, but let's finish the tour first. Once again, is this tour going to involve a bedroom? Because this one feels a whole lot more like it's going to take that turn than the first one. For MC, I'll take Ardata over this guy. I like Ardata though. I assume you want to see my room. No, I don't. You tell him sure. Bedrooms are great. Bedrooms are a great way for people to express their personalities, and as his friend, you're interested in getting to know him better. MC, not to hate on you, but how the fuck are you so dull that you do not realize that he is definitely going to take this as you want to experience his bedroom a little more personally? He doesn't seem to have heard that part of the that sentence, but it's okay. Hopefully he got the gist. MC is hard in denial, yeah. When you get to his enormous room, it's decorated with posters of musicians on the wall and what seem to be social justice slogans. I can feel a hiccup. Hold on. Oh, there it is. One poster has a symbol with clawed hands and several different colors coming together to hold a trident, with the word unity underneath it. Another poster features a rainbow of colors ranging from rust to olive green and proclaims him to be a low blood ally. I'm not gonna lie, he kind of gives me, like, especially with the posters, like, kind of gives me the, like, weird people that will put up, like, social justice posters just so that they have a better chance of getting in the pants of someone, but doesn't actually care about it. Two other low blood servants are in here. One of them standing on a stepladder to dust some high shelves, while the other crawls around on the floor, scrubbing and picking up wrappers that Zebra seems to have just littered there. What kind of wrappers? Pretty sweet place, right? You look confused by the posters. Your music taste probably isn't refined enough to have heard of my favorite bands. I only listen to subversive musicians that speak the truth of power. I had to change my power settings. Zebra is an excellent host. He's an interesting one. Luckily, you have me to teach you how to confront your privilege and support marginalized artists. Also, did you notice my rad pile? It's a perfect setup for feeling Oh, okay. I had to process that for a moment. It's a perfect setup for feelings jams with your Moira. He winks at you. You don't know what a Moira what Moira okay is, or what he means by feelings jam, which sounds like in theory it could be a nice thing, but maybe not given the sleazy way he says it. Yeah, not gonna lie, with the way he said it, it sounded kind of like when you like the type of dudes that will invite someone over to get high and listen to music just so that once again they can get in their pants. You tell them that it looks like a very nice pile of things. You spot a couple pillows, what looks like a puppet with a disturbingly long nose, some random bow ties, a few horseshoes. You look intrigued. Want to lie down on it for a second? We don't have to do anything. Sometimes it can be nice to just, pacify each other a little bit. I am not a hoe anymore. He sprawls on the pile in what he probably thinks is an enticing way. Like he wants to draw he wants you to draw him like one of your French girls. Things I have witnessed people like try to lay down on like their beds and like piles of like bean bags and stuff like that. And I can perfectly imagine the pose that he's probably supposed to be in right now. You turn away. You turn away to try and hide the disturbed. Well then, expression on your face, because turning down his advances probably isn't the best way to secure a friendship. As your eyes cast about the rest of the room, you notice that the low blood servant scrubbing the floor is having a coughing fit. Oh, poor baby. You can tell that she's trying to cough unobtrusively, but it seems like she's hacking her lungs up, with each big cough racking her whole body and making her shoulders shake. Oh, honey! Can I make friends with you and take you to a doctor instead of him? Concerned, you crouch down by her side. She jumps when she notices you're concerned, and mumbles that she's fine and you don't need to worry. But she doesn't look fine. Now that you're getting a closer look, you can tell she seems to be underfed and exhausted, with sickly shadows on her face and scraped up knees and elbows. I will fight him over this girl. She looks bad, and you know bad considering how much time you've recently spent stumbling around with various excruciating injuries. You mentioned to Zebra that his guest is not looking so good. He frowns, getting up from his pile of stuff to come investigate, blinking down at you in confusion and not sparing a glance for the low blood. Apparently, he does not feed them and works them to the goddamn bone. Like, ah. I have been trying to avoid the specific allegory, but he is really giving me the campaigns uh, against slavery, but has slaves at the house and tries to bang anyone who he thinks could have been descended from slaves, kind of thing. I am very much not liking him. Like, it has steadily gone from, oh, he's just a white knight, supposedly ally, to this. I am willing to fight him over this girl. What are you even talking about? The servant tries to go back to her scrubbing, but she struggles with coughing and scrubbing simultaneously. It's hard for you to watch. I can understand why. Like, they wrote him beautifully. Like, I think if it wasn't done properly, he would just be ignored. But they did such a good job of writing him that, like, I hate him. It's kind of impressive. Like, up until this point, I was like, you know what? I would still bang him because he would be able to talk me into it. But now I'd rather just like murder him than anything. I'd rather him not exist than have to hear him talk more, which is not something I often experience from a character. Surely she would feel better if she took a break and ate or drank something. You asked Deborah about that hot meal he said was being cooked for you. Maybe you could give some of it to this poor sick troll. I can very much understand why you were why you were excited for me to reach this, because like I want to fight him. Like I want to fist fight him in an alley. He doesn't even get the Denny's parking lot. He gets an alley. Yeah. Yeah, at first he just seems desperate and coming on a little strong, and then you get to this, and you're like, what the fuck, dude? Jeez, you're making me look bad. I wish I could do a proper fuckboy laugh, because I feel like that's what he'd have. There's no way a guest in my house could be going hungry. I respect low bloods, and I do everything in my power to take care of them. What, you think you're a better ally than I am? Considering your status, or lack thereof, on this planet, you're not sure you could count as an ally so much as a member of the oppressed underclass, but you let that slide. You hastened to explain that you didn't mean to criticize him. Yes, I did. And you're sure he's doing a fine job at being an ally of Lowbloods? No, he's not. Yeah, well, it's not easy. Whatever. He is so well written. Like, I love him for that, but I hate his personality. Maybe we should go eat now. I don't feel like having a feelings jam anymore. Oh, so we killed your boner? Thank you. He turns and leaves the room without showing any sign that he'll do something for the sick lowblood. You mouth an apology to her behind his back, and she just gives you a tired wave and goes back to scrubbing. Oh, honey. So I'm guessing the Luci also kind of subconsciously reflect the personalities of their trolls. Zebra leads you downstairs to the dining room, where his Lucis is supervising a team of lowbloods setting the table with what looks like a 4-course meal. The look on the Lucis' zebra face is now even more disdainful than before, and its bow tie seems angrier. Looks like dinner is almost ready. Cool. Of course, you're probably not going to offer to pay for any of it, are you? Figures, lowbloods. I mean, trolls in general are always expecting me to provide for them without ever offering any. The fuck is that word? I'm looking it up. Concupiscence. What? He just straight up said, "Oh, they're always expecting me to provide for them, but they never want to bang me in return." Wait, is it this one? Oh, no, that is not it. No. That's not it. Ha! Oh! It's a very asshole bow tie. For once, you're kind of glad you're unfamiliar with his alien vocabulary and innuendo. Yeah, you really should be. Oh, you are. He is not wanting you to pay him back in friendship. You have absolutely no money, which he definitely knows. You can pay him back for dinner and friendship? No, he wants to bang you. Run. Run as fast as you can, as far as you fucking can. While maybe hitting him with a chair on the way out. Yeah. See, get out now. Yeah, well, I'm not sure I want to be friends with someone who has a problem with the way I do activism. I have it on good authority from every other high blood I know that my intersectional praxis is valid. You stumble over your words in your haste to assure him that you in no way meant he's not valid. No, you need to mean he's not valid. No, he is an ass. And not the fun kind. You've never met a troll so valid. No one believes in his validity more than you do. No, you need. No, just give up on trying to make friends. Give up on trying to make friends with this one. Get out. Whatever. Let's just see. You must sit down at the. Why are you still here, honey? I see it's far too nice for their own good. They are. Oh my god. Like, there's a point where you just politely go, "Nope, I'm getting the fuck out." Who do I hate more? Is there were Toma? Ooh, that is. Toma has redeeming qualities. Not many of them, but Toma does have redeeming qualities. I did not think I'd ever experience one that a character I hated more than Toma. Toma has a personality that can at least get it at some point. Not Zebra. You both sit down at the table while the low bloods set the table, light the candles, and serve the appetizer course. You can't help but notice that most of them look just as malnourished and sickly as the troll upstairs, but it might not be best to bring that up again. No, you should bring it up again. You should make him as pissed as fucking possible so that he either tries to murder you or throws you the fuck out. You eat in silence for a while, and Zebra looks like he's stewing over something. Then he sets his fork down and looks over the table at you with a frown. You know what? I just realized. You totally denied my low blood her own agency when you questioned me about not feeding her. Yeah, I want to adopt the other trolls. I will take all the other trolls with me. I don't. We may starve for a little while, but we can make it better than under him. We did not deny her her own agency. You're the one who keeps saying that you're taking care of them, and you are very obviously not. Yeah, what you said was totally problematic. You don't respect low bloods at all, do you? Not like I do. No, because I actually respect them. You tried to apologize. No, stop apologizing. You tried to apologize, saying that it was not your intention to disrespect anyone, but that you're sorry you apparently did. He doesn't let you get the words out. Yeah, at least tell them upfront about it. Zephyr's over here, like, fronting that he's a great guy. People don't realize how tough it is to be a high blood troll who believes in social justice. Seriously, I face my own kind of oppression for speaking out and being an activist for low blood rights. For one thing, I never get the consolation or god damn that fucking word again. How did it concupiscence. I deserve. My quadrants are always going unfilled because no one else agrees with my radical views. Maybe it's because the high bloods realize what a piece of shit you are, and the low bloods, have some respect for themselves. I thought you'd be different, but you don't get it either. You try to tell him that, God, MC, I don't usually fuss at you for being this much of a fucking idiot. But this one is the one that I gotta fuss at you for. You gotta stop getting on your knees and, like, begging for friendship from this one. You try to tell him that he's got it all wrong. You agree with his radical views and believe in low blood rights, which is why you were concerned for his guests in the first place. Okay, this paragraph I can get with. Is there anything that goes past max simp levels? Cause like MC goes past that on over friendship. Yeah, in the win route, MC only starts to realize it. Like, there's that little, that's weird, but it doesn't go any further. I was still surprised that was the win route in the end. But he acts like you didn't. He acts like you didn't say any of what you just said. You're just another one of the oppressors, complicit in the unequal power structures of our fucked up society. Your lack of awareness of your own privilege really makes me sick. Bitch, I ain't got no privilege. I crash landed on this planet. I'm basically the equivalent of a dog to you guys. You must think you're so oppressed with your red blood and multiple injuries. God damn. He even acknowledges that we're fucking beat to shit and back. But what you're doing now, rejecting me and criticizing me, it's really exactly the same as what fuck. Hold on, my foot's asleep, and I gotta unfuck that! Okay, continuing on. It's really exactly the same as what the subjugators word due to the low bloods they call. Yeah, does he hear himself talking? Because, like, I'm not convinced he does. You probably deserve whatever shitty position you have in society. Unlike me, I deserve to have this nice house and low blood servants and full quadrants for being such a good activist, okay? Ooh. Incel. That is some incel vibes. He's standing up by now, advancing on you with his zebra stamping its hooves threateningly at his side. I am not going to die at the hands of this motherfucker. There have been several others that could have killed me and I would have let it happen. Not him. You scramble back, trying to make your way to the front door. It's tricky because you have to step around all the lowbloods who seem to feel strongly that they should get away from Zevra when he's angry. Yeah, that's probably not a good sign. He is. He is such a nice guy, asterisk. You don't make it to the front door fast enough on your own. Did we just get fucking kicked? Yeah, nice guy TM. With a terrifying equine scream, Zephyrus lucis rears up on its hind legs and strikes you with its hooves, battering you through the front door and breaking some of your recently healed ribs again. Jesus fuck. Take your privilege and offensive views and get out. Anyone who doesn't respect lowbloods is not welcome as a guest in my hive. So you're not welcome there. It would behoove you to stay away. Oh, okay. So now that we've done all of the routes for him, I am going to happily continue on to our mystery one. Yeah, let's go. Just gonna speed through this part. So this one has to be better. Like there's oh good news. If Zipper can't fill his quadrants, he will die. He deserves it. Maybe that's why he's trying so hard. He must be getting real close to the necessary time frame. That and he feels like he deserves to get banged for just being a basic like decent human, well, troll being. But he's failing at that part. So of course he's failing at the getting banged part. As usual, the streets are hopping, just bouncing around like an overactive bunny rabbit on Easter morning. Up ahead at an intersection of streets is some kind of night market. Well, every market on Alternia is a night market. He ain't even decent. God, I might stay pissed about him for a while. That's some good writing. If I stay pissed at him for more than like the time it takes for me to do his route. As previously stated, you are broke. But there's nothing wrong with a little bit of window shopping. I don't know, on Alternia, there might be something wrong with a little bit of window shopping. Who knows what kind of awesome stuff you'll find? You can learn a lot about a culture from their stores. I mean, that's not incorrect. You are so intent on thinking positive thoughts that you are nearly at the market before you realize quite a few people are coming toward you in the opposite direction. Some of them are running, actually, and screaming. Looks likely that something has gone down, violence-wise. It's not a stampede. You aren't in any danger of being trampled, and the street is wide enough to just step aside and let the crowd pass by. Yes, great start. Or it would be. Oh, hello. You get a brief. What the fuck is this word? Hold on. I gotta look up more things. Furtive. You get a brief, furtive glimpse of a pair of focused yellow eyes under a low-pulled hood. Then a hand grabs you so tightly the tips of your fingers go numb. Oh, interesting. I like when people try to break my fingers. With a rough yank, you are pulled into the flow of the crowd. Hey, wait, I did not sign up for that. Coursing, interesting. In a strange way, it almost reminds me of one of the like OG Kingdom Hearts worlds. I think it kind of reminds me of one of the like forest things in the Tarzan world. Oh, really? I really like this one. I'm not gonna lie. Then again, I don't think I've encountered one that I haven't liked. With a rough yank, you are pulled into the flow of the crowd. The troll girl who has a hold of you speaks quickly and quietly. You have to lean your head in close to hear. Yeah, I can believe that it has amazing music, especially considering what I've heard of this. Okay. We are on a date. You're my mate Sprit, or my Morale. Whatever you want. We're just a normal couple out for a night on the town. Okay. We're gonna go catch a movie, and then get some soft serve grub cream. You feel me? Yeah, sure. Wow. Okay. I'm going with it. Your heart beats so hard you can feel it in the back of your throat. You adjust your grip a little to make your hand easier to hold. In response, you get a squeeze, like she's thanking you. Are they like. Is this crowd running from the. Oh. Every thought just left my head. Just flew out like I had a fuck to give and it took off. You match her pace. A surprisingly difficult feat considering how short she is. Oh, tiny. Behind you, people are still shouting. What the heck happened back there? Someone died. Well, you figured that, but that's not exactly rare for fuck for Alternia, is it? You've seen way more dead people here in the last couple of days than you've seen throughout your entire life on your planet. You tell the troll girl that you thought that was just kind of normal here. Normal. Sure, when low bloods get killed. Natural order things, right? But with high bloods, different. Personally, I don't give a shit about the natural order. Doesn't matter what the job is, I'll take it. Oh. Oh. So, High Blood is dead, and you're currently holding hands with the troll who did the dirty deed. She chose you to help her lay low, i.e., she made you her accomplice, i.e., you are now her friend. I think the song was meant to be used for Jade or her dog. It has a lot of instruments like I know what that word means. I just can't pronounce it. Associated with them. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I can see that. Like what little bit I know of Jade, I can see that. Helping someone carry out a cold-blooded murder is a super friendly thing to do. Okay. Yeah, sure. What has she called you? Her bait spread? You aren't sure what that is, but it sounds great. You ask her what you should call her. My name's Palipa. I have no idea if I pronounced that right either. But there's no reason to go throwing it around. Let's not talk at all. Okay. You want to point out that it won't look like a very convincing date if you're just walking in silence, but that would require talking, and she told you not to do that. A trio of those spiky robots go marching by. Drones or whatever. Their big, ugly heads swivel back and forth like they're looking for someone. Philippa... Ooh, okay. Frostbite and breath. Huh. Philippa doesn't say anything, and she keeps her eyes forward. But she goes... But... Okay, no, I read that right. But she goes as sharp as a laser, every muscle in her body tensing. You feel it through her hand. Her fingers tighten on yours until the drones disappear into the crowd. She yanks you around the corner into a smaller alley connecting two roads. There's nothing here but a pothole and a couple of dumpsters. Hold up a minute. Her hoodie has a symbol on the front of it. Two overlapping gold ovals. Most trolls seem to have a symbol designating their blood color on them somewhere. This means she's a gold blood, right? Oh. But then Philippa yanks the sweatshirt over her head, and underneath she's wearing a tank top emblazoned with a symbol in olive green. It looks a little like a cat. It's pretty cute. She tosses the sweatshirt into the nearest dumpster and kicks a button on the side. A whoosh, accompanied by the sulfury stink of immolation. Note to self, don't go dumpster diving in Alternia. Philippa grabs your hand again as you head back out to the street. With her other hand, she works the tie out of her hair, shaking it out of its ponytail, letting it fall in thick, sweaty clumps against her neck. Next, she reaches up and takes part of her right horn off. Wait, no? It was a little bit of veneer. An artificial bit to cover up a notch in the... What is this word? I think it's chitin. Hey, I was right. I think I know that from Skyrim. What are all these random wardrobe changes about? MC. You just acknowledged that she killed a high blood. Why do you think she would not change clothes and try to look different? You wonder until you actually begin to listen to some of the conversations happening around you, and check out the big billboard-sized screens mounted on roofs every few blocks. Seems like the rumor mill is already going hard. Apparently, a well-respected Violet Blood is dead, killed in public in full view of witnesses by a gold blood girl with a ponytail. Yeah, MC would not be able to get away with murder. Philippa has chosen probably the absolute worst possible accomplice. Wow, you're really dealing with a professional here. I need to find somewhere to lay low until the heat turns down. I mean, we both do, since you're my associate now. I had a contract waiting, but I don't know what happened to her. A contact waiting. Well, I had a contact waiting, but I don't know what happened to her. It's possible she got spooked. Got any ideas for likely hideouts? I'm not from around here. Bitch, me either. You wonder what in the world made her think you have any idea what's going on, ever. Yeah, good point. MC has no idea what's going on at any point, ever. She keeps giving you sharp looks, as if she is gradually catching on to just who she has chosen to recruit. You want her to understand that no matter how busted you look, you are an amazing friend and co-conspirator. Violet Blood is a sea dweller, so the second highest cast. Oh, she did kill a high-profile one, huh? Well, here's your chance. What do you propose? Alrighty. Um, Honestly, I think the best thing to do would be like catch a movie. It'll give you like somewhere to be so that you can say that you weren't there. Muscles. Philippa's mouth twitches. It could just be a muscle spasm, but you like to think it's a smile of approval and burgeoning camaraderie. Yeah, I guess we could. That's what people do on dates, right? It's been a while. I haven't seen a movie in forever. Let's do it. She squeezes your hand. You would have thought holding hands for so long would get sweaty and uncomfortable. You are certainly nervous enough, but her skin is surprisingly cool. Muscles. I always have room in my heart for ladies with muscles. With a couple of exceptions, all of your new friends have been literally cold blooded. Also, metaphorically for a few of them. But you aren't going to judge them for the lifestyle choices. That isn't your place as a friend. Regardless, your point is it's kind of nice holding hands, even if it is under completely false murder pretenses. Come on, there's probably theater in there. Makes sense. You're from around here and you don't think Philippa is either, but you can always recognize a mall when you see one. Stores and escalators and fountains full of slimy mall water that's probably been in there for years. I don't think any of the malls around me have had fountains. Then again, the last time I went to a mall was 2017, maybe? 2018 at the latest, I think. Like, I have not been to a mall in a hot minute. Trolls get colder the higher their cast is? Oh, I did not know that. I like that. I like the idea of having a little popsicle buddy. The biggest difference between this and an Earth Mall is that there doesn't seem to be anyone working at any of these stores. Everything is automated. That and the top floors appear to be reserved for high bloods. Philippa is still holding on to your hand. Gosh, it's like you really are on a real date. This is very, very friendly. As far as you know, you've never been on a date with an assassin before. Ooh. Uh, that that sucks. I would love to go back to one of the local malls. When I was really little, there used to be a mall much closer to me, like maybe a 30-minute drive. And like, I have so many good memories. Like, when Halloween would come around, they'd let the kids in there, and like, there was a hobby shop that would give away like packs of Yu-Gi-Oh cards or Pokemon cards or things like that. And like most of the other shops, like the toy store, would give away like a little bag of candy and all kinds of stuff. I remember lab assistants taking me there several years. Master's always out of town around Halloween. But that mall closed down a long time ago, and like one of the absolute best fucking restaurants ever uh was still surviving in it. Like, you couldn't go into the actual mall, but you could go to the restaurant, and that closed a few years back. Ooh. So there, to my knowledge, there's no places where I can get macaroons around me. Are they good? I tried making them once, like several years ago. It didn't work out very well. That's because I don't I can do cooking, I can't do baking. Oh, hold on, I gotta stretch. I get water. $30 for a pack of 12. That is expensive. Actually, I wonder if there's any bakeries or anything near me. Um, oh, there you go. They're worth it. Ooh. Ooh, they don't have delivery. Where is that? I've never heard of any of these places. Oh, I have gotten completely sidetracked. I can I used to bake bread, but that's about the only thing I can really bake. Like, I tried making what was supposed to be like brownie cookies, and I don't know where I fucked up because I followed that recipe to the T. Did not end up with cookies. Um, Made for a fantastic brownie though, but it did not make brownie cookies. Ooh, their website. I, not gonna lie, I'm kind of tempted to do that. I've been eating a lot of sugary stuff lately, and I don't. I shouldn't. So at some point in a couple of months, when I feel like I've uh, gotten my sugariness under control, I may order some because I feel I can double check, but I don't think there's anywhere around me that I could like go and get any. Right, back on track. You can't read the show times and descriptions, and you don't have any money, but Philippa chooses the movie and pays for you both. She tosses a couple of coins into a slot, and the machine spits out two tickets. You don't see any soft serve grub cream, but you are a little too queasy from mingled nerves and excitement. Currently, well, mingled nerves and excitement. Fuck. But you are a little too queasy from mingled nerves and excitement currently to deal with anything called grub cream. You do, however, stop for a bag of buttery exploded kernels at the concession stand. Ooh, popcorn sounds good. Movie popcorn sounds good right now. The theater you follow Philippa into isn't crowded, but you still feel every pair of eyes settling on you as you walk up the steps. Your heart pounds and sweat slides down the back of your neck. Oh yeah, I forgot that we look like so completely. After Zebra didn't comment on the fact that we don't look like a troll, I almost forgot that we do like look freakishly and noticeably different. You're just positive everyone can see right through you to this deeply controversial cross-species matchup you got going here. Even worse, Philippa takes a seat weirdly close to the only other group in here. Man, awkward. The movie starts playing. Apparently in Alternia, there aren't any trailers before movies. Kind of a bummer. I don't think it's a bummer. I, then again, I also, like, watch very few movies in theaters. If you're going to be stuck here, you want to know what... if you're going to be stuck here, you want to know what... Wow, words. Let's try this one more fucking time. If you're going to be stuck here, you want to know what hot new summer blockbusters you have to look forward to. Surprisingly, the movie turned out to be a romantic comedy. You expected Philippa to choose a thriller or a horror movie. From what you can glean of the plot, it's about a beautiful young Jade Blood who gets involved with a visiting Blue Blood and their servant, a big bumbling bronze. The portrayal of Blue Blood strikes you as vaguely offensive. They grunt and fall down a lot. Yeah, Alternative may suck, but at least they don't have 10 to 20 minutes of ads before movies. Yeah, I have to say that is a bonus. The only thing I have ever found ads before movies good for is, if you happen to show up, like, way later than you planned on for the movie and need that buffer to make sure that you get in before the start of it. The caverns look a lot fancier than you remember from the time you hung out with Branya. Just a lot bigger and more glittery. The main character spends a lot of time pulling a jeweled comb through her lustrous hair. The dialogue is kind of incoherent, and you don't just think it's because you're unfamiliar with the cultural context. It doesn't help that Philippa keeps up a running commentary throughout. The ban on conversation has apparently been lifted. Oh, that means this is based on something she likes. Hold on. Ugh, I can't believe they added in the mistaken identity storyline. So unnecessary. Also, Black Prom is so boring in comedies. There's just no punch to it. I can't believe how bad this is. I don't remember the book being this garbage, but I read it a long time ago. My taste may have just been worse back then. No, they probably just made a shitty movie out of your book. You're looking at her in a whole new light. She shrugs, possibly a little self-conscious. What? You think I've been an assassin since I pupated? I used to have a blog for relationship advice and stuff like that. Of course, I was just messing around. I didn't know anything beyond what I'd read online. I like her. Two characters are kissing on screen. You have no idea who they are. You are way more interested in the fact that Philippa has decided to tell you her life story in the back of a movie theater. The deep blue light from the scene in the brooding cavern, brooding caverns washes over her, making her look noble and sad. You're entranced. She is adorable. It didn't last though. I doubt it had anything to do with my blog, but a few sweeps ago, a couple of kids broke into my hive. I think they were high, maybe on Sopor? Whatever, they stole a bunch of my shit, killed my Lucis, and some little psionic fuck broke my legs with his brain. Just because he thought it would be funny. Hey, I want to fight some more people now. You're riveted. You have a bit of a tragic backstory yourself, but nothing this dramatic. Philippa picks through the buttery exploded kernels with a delicate claw. Yeah, we're hurt. Like, jeez. I was trapped in my hive. I would have starved to death if it hadn't been for some teal who lived in my neighborhood. Just some little idiot who ran around with an Eastern Alternia replica sword, challenging challenging Furbies to duels. Teal bloods are pedantic bulge lords, but they care about justice. And these kids had attacked me for no reason. I didn't break any laws. Anyway, that's why I'm equal opportunity for how I take jobs. Low blood, high blood, everyone is scum. One of the kids in the row ahead of you turns around and tells Philippa that if she and her Morrill want to get all nasty and pale, maybe you should get a room. Oh, jeez. I have to say I wasn't expecting that because this seems like a fairly deep conversation, but not like the I'm about to bang you kind of conversation. Philippa kicks the back of her chair and tells her maybe she should mind her own business. The girl looks about ready to jump over the back of her seat, but the guy next to her pats her firmly on the cheek, almost a slow motion slap. What? Firm and intense with plenty of... Thank you. Whoever just drove the fuck by with the bass blasting so loud, it picked up on my mic. Almost a slow motion slap. Firm and intense with plenty of uncomfortably intimate eye contact. Yeah. Um, the slap is intriguing. Well, the pat slap is intriguing. The girl settles down after that, and everyone goes back to watching the movie. I'm just kind of vibing with the music for a second there. The rest of it goes by with your head spinning and your heart in your throat. You're glad Philippa trusts you enough to share her past, but you're nervous about her talking about it in public. Wasn't the whole point of the coming to the movie to lay low? Think about it. When that girl sees the description in the alert, she's not going to be thinking about the noisy olive blood getting all conciliatory in public. It's way safer than skulking around, believe me. Gosh, Philippa really is an expert. You're so glad you got to go on this date with her, even if it was mostly fake. Yeah, she's smart. I like her. As soon as you're back out on the street, Philippa pulls out her phone. Slowly, her face falls. Fuck. That little nook clicker. I thought she bailed on me, but according to Chitter, she's dead. They got her. Damn it. I told her to be careful. Her sadness is quickly turning to rage, vibrating off her in frantic waves. Her voice gets louder, too. And people are starting to look your way. Heckling in theater is one thing, shouting at a phone about murder is another. This is going south fast. You've got to calm her down. Is this going to go smoothly? For lack of a better plan, you copy what you saw the troll inside due to his angry date. You press your palm firmly to her cheek. Oh, okay. Well then. To your tense shock, she blushes a deep olive green and her eyes slip closed. She leans into your touch as if she is drawing comfort from this tiny little gesture. She blinks and pulls away. I love her. I love her so much. Listen, I'm technically on the clock right now. Let's be professional. She bites her lip, hesitating. Then she reaches up and repeats the gesture on your fuck words on your face. An unbelievable warmth fills you. Could it be the warmth of friendship? Troll psychology is cool. I'm not gonna lie. Does that work on? So that would work on anyone that, like, in that. Hold on. I'm trying to think of the words that I'm trying to use. So that would fuck words. Jeez, fuck. Hold on. So that would work on basically any friends that that we've made so far, right? Oh fuck! I need my desk. Does it only work for like platonic, or does that also work like in the other quadrants too? I imagine with like the exception of yeah, yeah, that's that's exactly what I was thinking. I like this feature. It's cute. You're a weird looking double horn amputee with very few social skills, terrible survival instincts, and both short term and long term memory loss. But you're alright. Might work with others, but I imagine in Alternia it's probably taboo to do it with someone who isn't a Moira. I just think it's a really cute thing. If you ever want to earn a little cash, I could use a partner I can depend on. Is it raining? No, those are just tears in your eyes. Tears of gratitude. Okay, don't get too choked up. You're definitely just gonna be bait. You assure Philippa that due to your general ineptitude, you wouldn't want it any other way. Aww, that is so cute. Oh, that is so adorable. Alright, time to fuck up. Okay. We're gonna freak out this time. Yeah, MC straight up filled a quadrant. I am so proud of MC. Out of curiosity, do you fill any other quadrants? Like, that's not sleazy? Throughout the different volumes, or is it just friendship? Like, are there any that like you just go, oh, yeah, no, I like them, or oh, yeah, no, I hate them, or what the fourth option was that I don't remember at the moment. Freak out and let the purr beast out of the bag. You stop abruptly and someone smacks into you from behind. You go down hard, your hand ripped away from the girl's. She gives you a fierce glower of disappointment. Wait, what? Hold up. I think MC had the one night stand at one point. Ooh, I am intrigued. But I can't remember if there is officially another quadrant filled. Okay. I can still work with that. Even if they don't, uh, even if it's just like an implied one night stand, I can still work with that. That's close enough, right? Fine. Just more people letting me down. I'll deal with this on my own. I've done it before. She takes a running leap for the alley wall, scampering up and onto the roof like a squirrel up a tree. You are left looking down at the smudge of violet blood left on your palm. Oh no. I can see where this is going. The emptiness fills you. An emptiness fills you at the thought of the friendship that could have been if only you'd kept. Fuck words. If only you'd kept your chill. I know there's a popular red quadrant. Fuck. I can't read. Please. I know there's a popular red quadrant ship with MC. I can't remember if it's implied in canon or not, though, because it's been a while since that particular route. The one night stand is one of the last ones. Oh, it'll take me a long while to get there, huh? Well, we've gotten one fail out of the way. Let's get the other fail out of the way. We're gonna hide out in one of the apartment buildings. That's a possibility. Most of the Hive Sims around here are cheap rentals, burgundy or bronze at the most. I could take them, no problem. I mean, I can take anyone. Some jobs just require a little more forethought. You kind of meant finding an empty unit or maybe skulking in a foyer or alien Starbucks, but you don't want to tell your cool new friend how to do her job. And there you go again, jumping the gun and claiming friends you don't have the right to. But she did choose you. Though at this point she may be wishing she grabbed some other stranger's hand. Well, pick one. This was your idea. Oh jeez, you seriously don't need this kind of responsibility in your life. Nothing good will come from letting you be in charge, but you also don't want her to think you're useless. You just kind of wish she'd tell you what to do and leave it at that. You pick a tall purple building at random. How about that one? Sure, I guess. You enter what seems to be a standard shabby apartment building, climbing the lobby steps up to the hallway lined with doors. This could be any apartment on Earth, but instead of letters on the nameplate, there's those colorful symbols. They remind you a little of zodiac signs. Huh, weird. Anyway, all the ones here are red or brown, like Philippa predicted. She listens at a couple doors before finally setting on one with a red symbol. You wait for her to pull out a lockpick or high-tech paraphernalia. I just had to stare at that word for a couple seconds there. Or even just a pin from her hair. Instead, she takes a step back and delivers two sharp kicks just above the knob. What? I'm not the goddamn super. You're sure fuck. You assure her you are absolutely not judging the way she's running this operation. You don't think you've ever met a mercenary before? Unless you count that guy who tried to hit you up for cash when you were injured, or the little girl who drained your blood for paints, or the boy constantly on the prowl for delicious meats. The apartment is dingy, small, and smells like old pizza. Good news. Not that it smells bad, it's just the fact that there's pizza here. You don't think you could live on a planet that didn't have pizza? That's just beyond the pale. You try to shut the busted doors while you can. Philippa plunks herself down on the couch and pulls out her phone. Or what had Skyla called it? A palm husk? She pulls out her palm husk and proceeds to ignore you. That's okay. It's important for friends to give each other space. You take the opportunity to poke around the apartment you're currently illegally occupying. Just generally being a nosy piece of shit. Whoever lives here is a real slob. Dishes are piled high in the sink and the windows are so dirty you can barely see out of them. Something sticky and red stains half the counter. It might be blood, but it also might be Kool-Aid. Fuck. God damn it. I shouldn't fuck breath. Something appears to have gone wrong. Philippa is still on the couch, hunched over with her palm husk held close to her face. She types with her knuckles. You've noticed a lot of trolls do that, probably because of their claws. It's all over Twitter. Everyone's talking about it. My contact! They got her. She's been cold. Her voice is flat, her eyes expressionless. She lets her palm husk slip from her fingers into her lap. You stand next to the couch like an asshole. You don't know what to say, and you doubt Philippa is the hugging type, but you really can't stand her looking so dejected. By the way, all troll body fluids are the same color as their blood. What does that imply for what's on the counter? Um, are we going to find out? I don't know if I want to decide. I do remember it mentioning a few times that the troll's tears were colored like the same color as their blood. Before you start pitying me, don't. I barely knew her. It's not like we were in a quadrant or anything. It was just business. You sit down on the other end of the couch, tipping your head and raising your eyebrows to show you are very ready to listen and learn and commiserate. Philippa wraps her arms around her knees. Most pros work with a partner. It's a lot easier when you have someone you trust to watch your back. It's usually quadranted pairs who work together. There's one particularly famous Olive and Goldblood duo. I've lost plenty of jobs to them, but I've never found anyone that I trust enough to make into my partner. Beyond just a random one-off. Killing a sea dweller is no joke. It's almost totally impossible. Does that mean the guy back in the town square isn't actually dead? Philippa looks affronted at the very thought. Excuse me? No. It just means I had to get a very expensive knife and a coat in a words. And coat it in very expensive poison and stab exactly the right place. The motherfucker is dead. There's no doubt about that. I don't leave jobs half done. High caste jobs are my specialty. Most people are too afraid to take jobs higher than Teal. But she does. She got skills. Me? I don't care. Low blood, high blood, if you've got cash, I'll do the job. Yeah, so do I. I want to watch her fight. I just don't want her to punch me. Because I feel like she would kill me. If I did have a partner, it would make things a lot easier. I'll admit that much. You cough lightly into a closed fist. What's this? Something caught in your throat, perhaps? Could it be the steady hand of fate reaching a finger down and testing your gag reflex? Oh, yeah. I can see why. I can see the entirety of this volume being quite exciting for some to see someone experience. I love her and hate him. You murmur delicately that sometimes destiny steers you in a direction you never thought you'd go. Maybe, just maybe, it has steered her to you. That's forward for sure. But you're pretty much an old hand at this by now, right? Philippa snorts. It's a little watery. She isn't crying. Is she? No way. Not a tough assassin like her. You're imagining it. You? No offense, but I only grabbed you because you look so weird, and I figured you wanted to avoid the drones even more than I do. You don't exactly blend in. You can't argue with her logic, but a sourness starts in your throat now at the realization that Philippa had not chosen you for your obvious trustworthiness and friendship potential, but rather because you look like a goddamn disaster. Yeah, Yeah, we do kind of look like a goddamn disaster, don't we? Gotta plug in the laptop again. Fair, very fair assessment. Whatever, you can get past that. God knows you've gotten past worse. Like attempted murder. As a good friend recently said, you gotta break a few cluck beast embryos to make a grublet. She's considering you now, more thoughtful than before. Hmm, well, I guess beggars can't exactly be choosers. But you have to remember, but you have to remember you aren't destined to find out. That fate finger reaches further down and chokes you. Keys jingle outside the apartment, and before whoever is out there catches sight of before who wow words ah keys jingle outside the apartment before whoever is out there catches sight of the busted door. What the hell? You have Palooka lock eyes. Oh shit! A quick flash of silver, and suddenly a knife appears in Philippa's hand. Where did it even come from? Outside in the hall, someone is swearing. The broken door falls inward, and before it is all the way open, Philippa is up and over the couch, launching herself at the intruders. Shit, wait, you are the intruders. And this was what you were afraid of. You're about to watch your new friend kill some poor low blood troll. This was such a terrible idea. It's too bad there's no way to go back in time and make your choices all over again. Yeah, that would be rad. You wish life was like that. A short, stout little guy with a red symbol on his shirt comes through, but right behind him is a troll so tall he has to duck down to get through the door. Oh, hell no. The giant troll catches Philippa with one hand. He's got big ram-like horns and a curly purple symbol on his shirt. Oh no. Frequency, I think her killing makes her more girl boss. It does. I am down for that. He's got a big ram-like... Big ram-like horns and a curly purple symbol on his shirt. His face is painted in lines of black and white. Makeup designed to make his face look like a skull. Oh, that can't be good. A purple blood, the highest land dweller class. Oh. Look, babe. Look at these tiny regular thieves. Philippa writhes in his grip, clawing at him like an angry cat. He hangs on, giving her a shake. Shit, you have to do something. But what? If you get in that purple guy's reach, you're absolutely going to get killed. You try to move your feet, but your survival instincts are kicking in and you are rooted to the spot. You can't do anything. You're useless. You don't even know what happened to Philippa's knife. God, you wish you had taken some self-defense classes back on Earth. The high blood gives Philippa a wide smile and tosses her across the room like he's lobbing a dodgeball. She lands on her back, rolls to her feet, and bolts for the window. Of of course we would have a high blood mate sprint. Should she just going to abandon us? Yeah, I don't think self-defense classes would have helped, MC. But wishful thinking, right? The high blood turns to you and sticks out a big gray tongue. Wow. Suddenly you can move your feet again. You throw yourself out the window after Philippa. You're only one floor up. But that's one floor more than you would like to be when falling out of a building. Your fall is broken by Philippa, meaning you get a collection of bony elbows and knees applied to your gut. She bares her teeth at you. Get off, idiot. You're definitely going to call the drone. They're definitely going to call the drones. We've got to run. You roll your big floppy body off of her and hustle to keep up as she peels off down the street. You throw one last glance over your shoulder to see two guys hanging out of the window. The high blood waves lazily. I almost wish that we waved back. I'm not gonna lie. Philippa starts out strong, but pretty soon she is limping and leaning on your shoulder. A jagged piece of glass is wedged in her calf muscle. Ooh, that does not sound fun. You lean down to get a closer look. You're no doctor, but recently become an expert in acute injuries. What the hell? Stop. Do you want me to leave a blood trail? MC would be the type to wave back. Yeah, that's why I wish we did, because MC very much would have been. MC would have been like, ooh, new friend? We need to split up. Now that we've been seen together. Your heart sinks all the way to your aching feet. God, you've been so sure you had this one on lock. You mentioned, half mumbling to yourself, that maybe it would be better if you stayed together. Safety in numbers and all that. Oh yeah? Maybe safety for you. This was a terrible idea. I can't believe I ever trusted someone could have my back. Yeah, let's do another of your amazing plans. It sounds great. Ooh, she got the start. She leaves you at an intersection of streets. Even though she's no longer leaning on you, you nevertheless feel a heaviness settle inside you. Yeah, she is very right. Like, MC is a bit inept. Even though she's no longer leaning on you, you nevertheless feel a heaviness settle inside you. Philosophically, a deep fatigue so intense you want to curl up on the ground. So you do. Oh my god, you're a fucking idiot. The thing at the bottom. At least your ass didn't kill her. Oh, that's great. I am going to like browse through the Yeah, Nancy's ass doesn't need another kill count. So volume 6 will be the next one. And I am tempted to go ahead and play it, but the oh, oh, pretty. Um Lost my train of thought. Uh I have no idea where I was going with that sentence. Oh well. But I do think this is where I'm going to stop this one for the night. And then I think it'll be the first stream of next week that I'll continue. Alright, good night.